Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to do a comparison with the Lodge Kickoff Grill and the Lodge Sportsman Pro Grill. Now, starting off with the Lodge Sportsman Pro Grill, this one just debuted the beginning of this month, 2022, and it is a updated version of the original Sportsman Grill. So this grill is actually on sale right now on Lodge's website for $179.95. It is in stock, so you can purchase this. The dimensions on this grill is length 19.38 inches, height is 7.56 inches, weight is 33.25 pounds, and the width is 9.6 inches. So those are the dimensions that I got from the Lodge website itself. The Kickoff Grill actually debuted back in 2021, I want to say, beginning of 2021. It might have been 2020, not sure, but it is on sale right now on their website for $119.95. Also available, and it is in stock. The dimensions are length being 16.69 inches, height is 5.94 inches, weight is 29.25 pounds, the width is 14.31 inches. So not to mislead, but the 14.31 inches is actually the base where your charcoal sits, not the cooking surface. The cooking surface is actually 12 inches. And they also state it on the, I think it's stamped on the grill grate on the underside as well. So 12 inches on the cooking surface for the Kickoff Grill. Now, moving on, I am using a wire brush on my Sportsman Pro Grill. Reason being is that I just recently used it for the first video, and I have a little bit of buildup, so I want to get rid of it and also season at the same time. So I'm going to use the Lodge seasoning spray, and all it is canola oil. They don't have any additives, and it's a pressurized can with oil inside a plastic container that just, once you run out, that just plastic container just, shrinks up, and that's it. No propellants, which I prefer. And I also like using the Scott's paper towels. They don't leave as much lint as the normal paper towels, so I do recommend those as well. Now, moving on, I am going to be doing some shrimp kebabs, and all I did was just skewer the shrimp and also added bell pepper and some onion. To give these a little bit of a pop, I am also going to add the asador barbecue sauce, which is a carne asada barbecue sauce, and it gives it a great flavor. I forgot to mention that I actually did season my shrimp, my bell pepper, and onion. I did salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, and a seafood seasoning. So they are seasoned, and I'm just gonna layer them with that barbecue sauce. But anyway, as you can see, the Pro Grill is actually releasing the shrimp really well, and I want to say that's because it is newer, and I just used it about a week ago, actually a couple days ago. And on the Kickoff Grill, they are sticking a bit more, and I'm having a harder time flipping these. That's not to say that, the Kickoff Grill is just performing worse. No, that's just my seasoning on these. And you do have to treat these like a normal cast iron piece. You do have to season these. You do have to maintain them to prevent rust, just like a cast iron piece. So as you can see here, I am also adding the barbecue sauce I had talked about. And if you guys do want to pick that up, the barbecue sauce, like I mentioned, is at Sprouts, and give it a go. Let me know if you guys do try it. But moving on to the comparison itself, let's first talk about the charcoal consumption. So one thing that I have noticed with the Sportsman Pro Grill is that the consumption of the charcoal is actually a lot quicker than it is on the older model and the Kickoff Grill. Now, the Kickoff Grill, I want to say, lasts longer because it is an enclosed system. There is no gap between the grill grate and I guess you could say, the bottom where the charcoal is in. So that enclosed space doesn't let so much air in, which prevents your charcoal just from burning up so quickly. And I want to say that is a great thing about this Kickoff Grill. That's something that I love a lot about it, is that you can cook for an hour, 2 hours, and still have a good constant heat. Not only that, but it's an even heat. And it's easy to control once you swivel it around to open or close your draft doors, or openings. It just works great. So like I mentioned, no issues with flare-ups on both grills. But with the Kickoff Grill, it's a lot easier to use. And for beginners, this is probably one of the best ones to use in the get-go. So going on to the Sportsman Pro Grill now, since there is a gap between the charcoal and the grill grate, there is more airflow to it. So even if you do shut the draft door, you're still going to get more air into that charcoal. So consumption is a lot quicker. I want to say about halfway through the cooking process, my charcoal was already halfway done. Most of it had already turned into ash and fallen down to the ashtray, and I only had about 10 pieces of charcoal left that were burning. So that is one thing that I did notice. Now, on the plus side though is the heat was a little higher on the Sportsman Pro Grill, and everything was just cooking a little bit quicker on the Pro Grill. So if you're in a rush, I want to say that the Pro Grill is a great grill to kind of get things moving along a little bit quicker. So those are kind of the the differences between the fuel consumption on these two, or the charcoal consumption on these two. Now let's move on to heat retention. Now the heat retention on both is great, but the Kickoff Grill again also does a little bit better. It stays hotter, as I mentioned, a little bit longer. So with the Kickoff Grill, once those coals die down, it just gets cool really quick. Now that could be a benefit for you if you want to move it. If you're camping and you want to move it along, it's easier to move it, and you don't have to worry about burning yourself. So with the Kickoff Grill, it does, like I said, maintain a little bit more heat, unless you take off the grill top. If you take off the grill top, then it is going to cool down a lot quicker. So it's just how you use it. Now, for the Kickoff Grill, it is more aimed at the tailgater. This is going to be perfect for somebody that's going to be going to sporting events, or possibly even have a small weekend, barbecue with just you and your wife, or whoever you're with. It's just, meant for, honestly, maybe 2 to 3 people. Now, the Sportsman Grill is more aimed more at the person that's going to go camping. Now, if you like camping, I feel like this is going to work great, because not only can you get more food on this, it's going to cook a little bit quicker, honestly, and you're going to get, quicker meal times, which is going to lead to you being able to feed everybody at the same time without anybody waiting. And as I mentioned, the bigger cooking surface is also a plus on that. So like I mentioned, the biggest differences between these two is the amount of food and the amount of time you're willing to spend cooking your food. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was I guess you could say, the design themselves. So the Kickoff Grill is a 2-piece design. If you want to, be technical, I guess it's a 4-piece design with the 2 spring handles. But 2-piece design, very easy to move around. And as you can see here, I'm adjusting the draft, trying to get it up a little bit warmer now. So easier design, simpler design, easier to use, easier to maintain. Now the Sportsman Pro has actually gotten better in the sense that there isn't so many parts now that you have to worry about. The grill grate is 1 piece. The other would be the fireball, along with the integrated, the charcoal grill. And then you got the base, and then the ashtray, which also doubles as the draft door. So parts are down from, I want to say, 8 or 9 from the original Sportsman Grill to 5 or 6 on the Pro Grill. So a little bit better benefits. Now, weight-wise, how are you going to transport this? It is a little bit easier to carry around the Kickoff Grill, and I want to say that because I saw Big Lou Barbecue use a 14-inch camping Dutch oven tote, and you can store it in there, and it's great because you can move it here and there without having to worry about what's going to fall over, or if you're going to lose some pieces. That is a great way to transport your grill. With the Pro Grill, the Sportsman Pro Grill, you don't have that. They don't offer a tote at this moment. I'm hoping that they do offer something down the road, but at this moment, you can actually probably just use the original grill cover from the original Sportsman grill. I mean, I've heard people say it fits it. I haven't tried it yet, so I will try it in a video and I'll let you guys know what I find. But anyway, so those are some of the differences between transportation. Also, the Kickoff grill is a little bit lighter, and those 3 to 4 pound difference is going to help out if you're going to be traveling with this. And especially if you're walking somewhere with this, you know, the weight is going to be one of those things you should consider. Now, moving on to the draft door and the draft on both of them. It is very simple. All you got to do is swivel that top grill grate on the Kickoff grill to adjust your draft, and you can get it hotter or cool it down a lot quicker and easier. Now with and this is just me, I don't know if anybody has had these issues, but I've noticed that once the charcoal has burned down, those briquettes, you know, just turn into ash. They fall into the ashtray. But what ends up happening is that it jams the sliding mechanism on the ashtray. So if you want to adjust your draft door, I had trouble moving it or opening it and closing it. On the first get-go, it was so hard that I had to wait until it had fully cooled down to actually get rid of the ashes in the ashtray. So that is just from my experience. I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to be, you know, something that people are going to notice and possibly have an issue with. But either way, as I mentioned, this isn't so much a head-to-head, but more of a comparison for what your cooking needs are going to be for, you know, these two grills. Now, like I mentioned, if you are a tailgater, the Kickoff grill is great for that. For 2 to 3 people, the Sportsman Pro, you could even have it as a charcoal grill at your home. So if you're going to go camping, I would recommend the Sportsman Pro. But like I said, this isn't a head-to-head, but more of a comparison. So it is up to you to decide what you want, and as I mentioned, what your cooking needs are. Overall, I want to say that I had a pleasant experience with both. Both cooked great. Both did everything really well. Left great sear marks on all my food, and no burning. So the first initial use on the Pro grill was difficult for me just because I had to get the hang of it. Now, I do recommend that if you're going to be using the Pro grill, don't open the draft door all the way. I want to say leave it about halfway or maybe even a quarter way closed. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison video. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, I appreciate your time. Thank you guys for watching.